Hi, I chose to speak about chapter one and its key points. Well, the three key points that I think are important in this talk or speech. You will learn a little bit about speech anxiety and the fear of evaluation, as well as um, what a speech entails and its primary elements of a rhetorical situation. So my first one is speaking anxiety, and by the way, I think I have them kind of mixed up. Like the first one that goes over is the last one I talk about. But speech anxiety, it is when you feel nervous or you get anxiety before like before a speech that you're about to give, a class presentation, church talk, whatever it might be. And then So that's what speech anxiety is. So there's a few ways that I've read in the book on how to kind of manage or reduce the stress. Um, like you can use meditation, deep breathing. Some people listen to calming music before they go out to their talk, and there's other ways, as in you get familiar with your setting and where you're giving your speech. Try to get to know who your audience is, kind of get their vibe and see kind of in a way you're reading your audience to kind of see if understanding your audience can help reduce your anxiety that you're feeling. Like, I don't know, I guess an example would be is I don't like giving presentations, whether it's video, in person. They just, I get the anxiety. I don't really like to be the center of attention or everyone's attention be on me. Okay, and then the second point is fear of evaluation. It's whenever people think that they're talking or giving a speech that they're being judged by their audience, and whether that be a good judgment, if they feel like it's bad or they're not doing correctly. But then there are situations where you're like class or pretty much just a class. If you're being graded, so you are being judged. Another way is like peer review. We're giving our input, but in a way you're still reading it and giving your judgment in a way. The third point is a rhetorical situation, and it's a circumstance in which we are trying to influence our audience, and we're either we're influencing our audience by what they believe, what your listeners know, and then kind of what they feel or they do. And with that, I don't know, when I think about it, I kind of think of persuasive speech. You're kind of trying to put out your information and what you believe, and then trying to get your audience or your readers or whatever is the case, they're trying to get them to believe what or agree with what you're trying to persuade. And then there's 6 things in rhetorical situation. So you got occasion, speech, your audience, your purpose, content, and then delivery. So with the occasion, what is the reasoning for the speech? Like, is it a church setting? Is it like this, a class presentation? So you need to kind of know like what your purpose is. Or what your occasion is. So your next one would be speaker, which is whoever's giving the speech and how they deliver their speech, pretty much everything about the speaker, what their beliefs are, well, not really beliefs, but in the speech, what their belief, and then kind of what a speaker entails, where you're trying to learn your audience, how you deliver your message. So delivery is another one. So that's like things that props or examples that you have in it and how you're delivering it. So, and if you're doing it in person, if you're doing it over the camera, recording, or a Zoom call, whichever, your content is your topic. So with content, you want to research your topic and kind of know what you're talking about, so that the audience will be more attentive and they will listen and believe more what you say if you act like you know what you're talking about. And then the audience, your audience is the ones that you're speaking to and who's receiving the message of your speech. Our text kind of goes into about audience on whether they're attentive, they're listening, you kind of gotta read your audience. Sometimes your audience is tricky to read and sometimes they're not. But as a speaker, one of your main focuses is your audience, because without them you wouldn't need to be doing it. And then I think I covered all of the rhetorical situation, and then I said what I kind of think would be example of rhetorical speech. So yeah, thank you.